Before you continue, stop for just one moment. If you feel like something inside you has been changing lately, even though you can't explain it, this message is for you. This isn't a coincidence. This isn't just another video appearing on your screen. If your heart feels strangely drawn to these words, believe that God has a purpose for this moment. My child, I have been watching every silent battle you never told anyone about. I saw the nights when you smiled in front of others but carried questions that no one could answer. I heard the prayers that never became words. Even when all you could do was sigh, I understood every emotion hidden inside your heart. For a long time you believed that nothing was changing. You looked at your life and saw the same struggles, the same waiting, the same unanswered prayers, and the same closed doors. Because of that, you started wondering if I had forgotten you. But listen carefully. I have never been absent. While you were looking for signs around you, I was quietly working within you. The greatest miracle I have been preparing was never outside of you. It has always been growing inside you. That uncomfortable feeling you have been carrying lately, that sense that something no longer fits, that quiet distance from people, places, and habits you once depended on, that is not confusion. That is not failure. That is my hand preparing you for a life that cannot be lived by the person you used to be. I am not repairing the old version of you. I am creating someone completely new. The road ahead cannot be walked with yesterday's fears. The blessings I have prepared cannot be carried by yesterday's thinking. The doors I am about to open require a stronger spirit. That is why this season has felt different. You thought you were losing parts of yourself, but what you were actually losing were the change you no longer needed. Some relationships have become strangely quiet. Some conversations no longer satisfy your soul. Some dreams that once excited you now feel empty. Do not chase them back. Not everything that leaves your life is a loss. Sometimes I remove what no longer belongs because I refuse to let it block what I have prepared. You have asked me many times, Lord, why does everything feel so uncertain? Because certainty was never meant to come from your circumstances. It was meant to come from me. I am teaching you to stand even when you cannot see the entire road. Because faith is not built when everything makes sense. Faith grows when you choose to trust me while the answers are still hidden. There are moments coming very soon that will make you realize why this waiting season was necessary. You will look back and understand that every delay protected you. Every disappointment redirected you. Every closed door preserved you. Nothing has been wasted. Not one tear. Not one prayer. Not one lonely night. I collected every one of them. Even now, while you're listening to my voice, things are moving that your eyes cannot yet see. Hearts are changing. Opportunities are being arranged. People you have never met are being positioned. The answer you have prayed for is closer than it appears. Do not mistake silence for absence. Just because you cannot hear me every moment does not mean I have stopped working. The seed beneath the ground is silent, yet it is alive, and so are my promises over your life. The enemy wanted you to believe that nothing was happening. He wanted you to give up one day before your breakthrough. But my child, I did not bring you this far to abandon you now. The chapter you are entering will require courage, not because it will be harder, but because it will be greater. Greater responsibility, greater peace, greater purpose, greater blessings than you have imagined. But before I place those things into your hands, I must first place peace inside your heart, because blessings without peace become burdens. Success without wisdom becomes destruction. Influence without humility becomes pride. That is why I have been working on your heart before changing your circumstances. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where my hand has been shaping you. Stay with me, because what I am about to reveal next will answer questions you have carried for much longer than you realize. If this message has reached your heart, write Amen in the comments as a declaration of faith, and stay until the end, because what God reveals next may be the very answer you've been praying for. My beloved child, now I want to answer a question that has been living quietly inside your heart. You have asked me, Lord, why did you allow certain people to leave my life? You replayed old conversations in your mind. You wondered if you had said something wrong. You questioned your value. You blamed yourself for relationships that slowly faded away. But today, I need you to hear my voice above every other voice. Not every goodbye was your failure. Some endings were my protection. There were people who were assigned to one chapter of your journey, but they were never meant to walk into the next one. If they had stayed, it would have distracted you from the purpose I prepared for you. I never remove something precious without preparing something better. Trust me when I tell you this. I can see the road ahead far beyond what your eyes can see today. You only see today's pain. I see tomorrow's victory. That is why I sometimes close a door while you are still reaching for the handle. I know it hurts. I know rejection feels personal. But rejection is not always denial. Sometimes it is divine direction. Every closed door has been protecting you from a path that could never become your destiny. Do not waste your strength trying to reopen what I have already closed. What I have for you will never require you to force your way inside. When my timing arrives, the right door will open with peace, not confusion, not fear, not endless striving. Peace will become the confirmation that my hand is leading you. My child, you have also been carrying the weight of unanswered prayers. There were moments when you whispered, God, are you listening? Yes, I heard every word, even the prayers that never left your lips, even the tears you wiped away before anyone noticed. Not one of them escaped my sight. While you thought heaven was silent, heaven was preparing. I was arranging people you have not met, opening opportunities you cannot yet imagine, protecting you from battles you never knew existed. If I showed you everything I prevented, you would understand why I deserve your trust. Do not measure my faithfulness by how quickly your situation changes. Measure it by how faithfully I have carried you through every season. You are still standing. You are still breathing. Your faith has not disappeared. That alone is evidence that my hand has been holding you. There is another reason I allowed this waiting season. I wanted to teach you the difference between depending on my blessings and depending on me. Blessings can change. People can change. Circumstances can change. But I never change. When your heart learns to rest in me instead of temporary things, no storm will have the power to steal your peace. Very soon, you will begin to notice small changes. A conversation that opens a new opportunity, an unexpected connection, a door that seemed impossible suddenly opening. Do not ignore these moments. They are not accidents. They are answers I have been preparing for longer than you realize. Stay close to me, because what I will reveal next is not only about where you are going, it is about the hidden strength I have been building inside you all along. If you believe God is leading every step of your life, type, "I trust you, Lord," in the comments and stay with this message, because the next part may reveal exactly why this season has been preparing you for something greater. My precious child, there is something I have been building inside you that you cannot measure with your eyes. For a long time, you believed strength meant never feeling weak. You thought faith meant never asking questions. You believed courage meant never being afraid. But I tell you today, true strength is choosing to trust me, even while your hands are trembling. True faith is continuing to walk when you cannot yet see the destination. True courage is taking one more step after disappointment has tried to convince you to stop. That is exactly what you have been doing. You may not recognize it because your eyes have been focused on what you have not achieved. But I have been looking at what you have become. You are not the same person who entered this season. The pain changed you. The waiting refined you. The silence taught you. The battles strengthened you. Nothing you experienced has been meaningless. Every difficult day became another stone in the foundation I am building beneath your life. A house cannot stand through storms without a deep foundation. Neither can a calling. That is why I have allowed this season to go deeper than your comfort, because I am preparing you for something that must last. Not something that shines for a moment, but something that remains for years. My child, there are gifts inside you that have been sleeping, not because I forgot them, but because the time to awaken them had not yet arrived. Seeds do not bloom the day they are planted. They first grow where nobody can see them. That hidden season is not punishment. It is preparation. Many people only celebrate what becomes visible. I celebrate what is growing in secret, because I know what it will become. Do not compare your journey with someone else's. You cannot compare two people who are walking toward different assignments. What I have prepared for you has never depended on how fast someone else succeeds. Your race has always been uniquely yours. Stop measuring your life by another person's timeline. Measure it by your obedience. Measure it by your trust. Measure it by how closely you continue walking with me. There will soon come a moment when everything begins to make sense. One conversation, one opportunity, one unexpected connection can change the direction of an entire year. Never underestimate what I can accomplish in a single day. I am the God who opens doors no one can shut. I am the God who restores years that seemed lost. I am the God who makes a way where no road exists. So lift your head. Release the fear that has been whispering lies into your mind. The future ahead of you is not controlled by your past mistakes. It is held securely in my hands. Keep walking with me, because in the next season, I will reveal blessings you never imagined were already on their way. If your heart believes God is preparing you for something greater, type "God is leading me" in the comments and stay until the next part, because God is about to reveal why your greatest breakthrough often comes just after your hardest season. My child, now I want to show you something deeper than encouragement, something that will help you understand why I have been shaping you the way I have. You have often asked for change in your life, but what you did not realize is this: real change always begins in silence. Before I open doors outside of you, I first rebuild what is inside of you. That is why this season has felt slow. That is why answers did not come instantly. That is why certain things had to be removed before anything new could arrive. Because I am not building a moment in your life. I am building a foundation. And foundations are not rushed. They are formed carefully, layer by layer. My child, you have been learning patience without even realizing it. You used to need immediate answers, immediate results, immediate clarity. But now something in you is different. You are beginning to accept waiting without losing your peace. That is not weakness. That is maturity. There is a strength forming in you that does not react quickly anymore. You are learning to pause before responding, to think before speaking, to trust before rushing. These small changes may not look important to others, but in my eyes, they are everything, because they show that you are becoming someone I can trust with more. I do not increase responsibility in a life that cannot carry it. I first increase capacity, and that is what I am doing in you right now. There were times you thought nothing was happening, but I was working in the unseen parts of your character. I was teaching your heart to stay steady. I was teaching your mind to stay clear. I was teaching your spirit to stay anchored. You thought I was silent, but I was shaping you. You thought I was distant, but I was refining you. You thought you were stuck, but you were actually being prepared. There is a version of you that is coming that will not be shaken easily, not because life becomes easier, but because you become stronger. You will notice something soon. The things that used to disturb you will not disturb you the same way anymore. The opinions that once controlled your emotions will begin to lose their power. The fear that once guided your decisions will slowly lose its voice. That is my work in you, and it is already happening. Do not stop the process. Do not rush what I am building. And do not compare your progress with anyone else, because what I am doing in you is unique. There is no duplicate of your journey, no identical timeline, no shared path, only a personal work between me and you. Stay faithful in small things. Stay consistent in quiet seasons. Stay close to me even when nothing feels exciting. Because excitement is not the sign of my presence. Faithfulness is, and I am not finished with you. What you are becoming will carry peace in storms, clarity in confusion, and strength in uncertainty. This is not the end of your story. It is the shaping of your next chapter. And I promise you this, you will not recognize the strength I am building in you until you stand in a situation that once used to break you, and realize it no longer can. If you believe God is transforming you from within, type "I am being renewed" in the comments, and stay for the final part, because what comes next is the promise that ties everything together. My child, now I want you to hear me with complete stillness in your heart. Everything I have spoken to you until now was not just comfort. It was preparation, because what is coming next in your life is not small. It will require a version of you that no longer doubts easily, no longer breaks quickly, and no longer walks away from what I have placed inside you. You have spent enough time questioning your path. Now I am calling you to trust it, not because everything is visible, but because everything is already in my hands. There is a moment coming in your life when things will suddenly make sense. Not slowly, not partially, but clearly. You will look back at this season and realize, I was never delaying you. I was building you. Every delay had direction. Every silence had meaning. Every closed door had purpose. And every unanswered prayer was never ignored. It was stored. It was stored, waiting for the right moment. My child, what I am about to release into your life will not feel like ordinary change. It will feel like alignment, like things finally fitting into place after a long time of confusion. You will begin to see connections that once made no sense. You will begin to understand why certain people had to leave, and why certain paths could not continue. Not everything I remove is painful forever. Some removals become protection when you finally see the bigger picture. There is also something I want you to understand deeply. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be for what I am preparing next. Even if your emotions disagree, my plan has not changed. Even if your mind feels uncertain, my purpose over your life is still intact. And even if your current season feels heavy, it is still leading you somewhere greater. Now listen carefully. There is a breakthrough forming around you, not because you forced it, but because the season has matured. What was once closed is preparing to open. What was once delayed is preparing to move. And what was once unclear is preparing to reveal itself. But I need your heart ready, not anxious, not fearful, not rushing ahead, but steady, because what I am bringing into your life must be received with peace, not panic, with trust, not doubt, with faith, not fear. My child, before this message ends, I want to place one final truth in your spirit. I am not only the God of your past. I am not only the God of your present. I am already standing in your future, and I have seen what you are about to become. Stronger than you imagine, calmer than you feel right now, and more aligned with purpose than you have ever been. So do not give up in the middle of transformation. Do not step away right before breakthrough. And do not let current silence convince you that nothing is happening. Because something is happening, even now, even here, even in what you cannot see. I am finishing what I started in you, and I do not leave my work incomplete. If this message has touched your heart, type "Thank you, God" in the comments as a declaration of faith. And if you believe that your next season is already being prepared, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and stay connected. Because this is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your new one.